YouTube now. We got the YouTube now. It says
Good evening. I'd like to call the meeting to order. Start with the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'm going to ask Bob, please conflict in the secretary. But Kim, I'm going to ask you to call the roll.
Kathy Adams.
Present.
Jim Burns, present. Jackie Mikowski, present. Elizabeth O'Connell. Present. Stephen Pulaski.
Present.
And Robert Sullivan.
I make a movement for the approval of the agenda. Kim makes the motion. Do I have a second? Jackie makes the second. All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of March 20th, 2025. Do I have a second? Sullivan is a second. Questions? All in favor? Aye. Motion passes. Opposed? The President's report, I just want to reaffirm something I said at the last meeting. Mr. Jim Smith, who was on our board for a number of years, because of other commitments, family commitments, he is a fireman, job duties. He wasn't able to devote enough time to the acts as he would like to have. I did thank him, and I'll thank him again for his service and his dedication to what he was doing, but he was able to do it. Temporarily, that leaves a vacancy. This is why there was some confusion on the point of vote. Temporarily, it left the vacancy for the secretary's position. And we will pick a permanent secretary in June. That's when officials are reelected. But I asked Bob Sullivan in the meantime if he would just fill the role of secretary, for sake of being able to sign off on the documents and verify what was doing. He graciously accepted. So thank you, Mr. Sullivan, for volunteering to do that, and having me volunteer, which happens a lot. But that'll be until June, and in June we'll elect them. I would ask Mrs. Simmons if she would please give us the CEO report.
Sure. Good evening, everyone. We returned for break this Tuesday. Our students and staff returned rested and rejuvenated. There are only 29 days remaining in this school year. Our grade school students are currently taking the SSA test. They are working very hard. We are in the middle of our spring basket raffle, which is an online raffle featuring 31 baskets donated by our families, staff, and students. The raffle will take place on May 13th at 5 p.m. So there is still time to be part of this amazing fundraiser. If you would like to purchase a raffle ticket, you can go to our website and follow the prompts. We will have a public bid opening for our school lunch program tomorrow at 1 p.m. We are in the process of evaluating companies as part of the requirements of the National School Lunch Program. We will keep you posted on the results. We have two resolutions for this evening. The first is a resolution to update our enrollment and special education policies to fully comply with PDP guidelines. And the second is a resolution to approve a new salary structure for our employees at Philadelphia Academy Charter School. This new salary structure will include a salary adjustment for the 24-25 school year not to exceed $5,000 per employee. Thank you, and end of report.
Thank you, Mrs. Simmons. There's Angela Stelkowitz to please give us the principal's report.
Good evening. We have been busy at the high school. We ended the third quarter before break, and report cards were posted to the Infinite campus. We encourage families to review their students' grades and to reach out to teachers for any questions or concerns. We also like to send a congratulations to those students who achieved honors and distinguished honors. Before break, we had our UConn huge checkup collector, and the entire mini-con committee and all participants. All of your hard work helped us raise a whopping $20,701. In addition to the multiple fundraisers and throughout the year, the mini-con celebration on April 11th was a huge success, not to mention a fun day with a great cause. The money goes towards fighting childhood cancer through research and medical care. The Ecology Club helped us celebrate Earth Day on April 22nd. They had arranged for guests from the Friends of Pennypack and SPCA to set up informational tables. Members of the club also had tables set up around the lunchroom and were able to do Earth Day crafts, plant seeds of various flowers and plants, and learn about protecting our environment. Thank you to our club moderator, Mr. Montesette. Looking ahead tonight, we have Clear Prom, Car Show, and Charger Challenge Field Day. We also have a lot of important academic activities as we move to the end of the year. Course selection for next year has been sent to families who will use these worksheets to aid in fostering students for next year. AP testing will start on May 5th. The state Keystone testing will start on May 12th. Information on this important testing has been posted to this week's High School Happenings newsletter. Lastly, at the end of the month, we will have our final exams, taking us to the end of the year. We encourage students to finish strong as we are headed into the home stretch and report.
Thank you, Angela. Doug, could you please have the principal's report also?
Good evening, everyone. The SSA testing began yesterday, April 25th. Students are working on the English language arts sections this week. And we'll take the math and science sections next week. Attendance during the first section of the testing window has been exemplary so far. The mathematics committee at the grade school are continuing to hold meetings with vendors for a new mathematics curriculum. Meetings are progressing well. Our team knows what they want from the curriculum, and the vendors are providing options that fit our needs. Student Council is currently planning our annual Spirit Day, scheduled for Wednesday, May 21st. There will be indoor and outdoor events, including bounce houses, skill games, and carnival games. In athletics, the grade school is hosting an alumni basketball game on Saturday, May 17th. All previous Philadelphia Academy athletes are invited to attend. There will be food, competition, and memories shared by them. Finally, the home and school are holding a family bingo night at the grade school on Wednesday, May 14th, from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. Thank you, and the report.
Thank you, Doug. The school has been going through extensive testing with PSSAs. Some kids it takes up as many as 6 days depending on their status. And other 4, so it is, the testing is actually really extensive. And unfortunately, I would think in the long run, COVID problems later on in schools may affect our PSSAs temporarily forward. But I'm sure that we're going to be on top of it well when it comes to the actual results at the end. But we all know that they could be a little better if we're running into the absence of school education during that period of time. With the special education report, I would ask Janine Vendetti, please, to give us the report.
Good evening. April is Autism Acceptance Month. To raise awareness, promote inclusion for individuals with autism, both campuses hosted a bake sale and offered additional activities for students to participate. Thank you to Ms. Lee and Ms. Danielle Kennedy for organizing the successful bake sales. All proceeds raised from the sale will go toward activities and needs for our special education program. Our second annual Transition Fair Intern Showcase will take place on Wednesday, May 14th from 4 to 6 p.m. Parents and families of transition-age students are welcome to attend to learn more about our excellent transition program and meet with representatives from transition agencies to discuss future training, employment, and independent living service options. We are looking forward to empowering students and their families with all of the resources at this event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Janine. Facilities report, Steve, are you going to give the both schools or just Steve from State West?
Yeah, I'll give the reports. It's Joe.
I said Joe. No. Oh, no, I said her, or Steve and Joe would have presented to you.
Just a, good evening, everybody. I'll start with the high school first. The preventive maintenance for the HVAC units were performed. The PM for the bleachers were performed, and the RP2, the pressure zone was replaced. The grade school facilities report, split air conditioning unit in 198 was serviced by those from the unit fleet. Monthly testing on all emergency lights and exit signs were conducted at the grade school. The Holby mixing valve, which regulates the kitchen water temperature, was replaced. And the front lobby window that was cracked was also replaced. End of report.
Thank you, Joe. Brian, could we have a security report?
Good evening, everyone. For traffic, buses continue to run on schedule and traffic appears to be flowing safely. School safety, the front gate of the grade school needs to be adjusted to make it easier to open and close. And crosswalks within grade school and high school. Monthly drills since the last board meeting successfully conducted a fire drill at the grade school on 3/28/25 and 2 fire drills at the high school on 3/26 and 4/23. And the report, thank you.
Thank you, Brian. I'd like to make a comment on the facilities and the security. Earlier this evening, I had a meeting with the operations committee, and we met with Brian, Steve, and Joe. And in preparation for the summer work that has begun in school, we tried to put together a nice financially sound package to make improvements in the school and replace things that necessarily have to be done. I do want to congratulate them for the condition they have the school in now and the excellent work they've been doing. Our security seems to be outstanding. There's very little areas where we can improve reasonable cost. And apparently the high school and the elementary school are doing very well. So I want to compliment you three guys on the things you've done in operation so far this year. Unfortunately, we weren't challenged too much by the snow or anything. At least we went through the year and the school looks like it's in excellent condition. So thank you for all the work you did.
Thank you.
I'm going to ask Claire, if we have a transportation.
Good evening, everyone. Our drivers have enjoyed a much needed rest to fill our tanks as we move back to spring break, getting into the swing of sports and field trips towards the end of the year. On April 11th, transportation celebrated Easter early for all of our PAC students by giving each student an Easter egg full of treats that was provided to us by our very own PAC Funny Bus. Transportation Department also celebrated Bus Appreciation Day. Yesterday, I enjoyed some fun treats provided to us by the Special Education Department. Thank you so much for always thinking of us.
Thank you. In our meeting tonight, I did learn that there's 5 or 6 buses will be equipped with cameras, onboard cameras. And it's pretty essential for the safety of the kids and the safety of our drivers to make sure that we get that done. And that's what we've done this summer. I think Megan is in contact with the bus company to make sure that that's going to come. I would ask Mr. Taylor, would you please give us the financial report?
Sure will. Good evening, everyone. We have the financials for the 9 months ended March 31st, 2025. As of the end of March, the school's cash balance was $9,963,934. And receivables were $2,768,069, of which $1,090,883 was in federal receivables. A lot of that being titled on the money has started to flow. You should see a big hit in June of that receivable coming down. School district receivables were $1,245,000. Most of that is transportation, and we'll start sending in our invoices to get paid from the school district for transportation. Accounts payable at the end of the month was $184,547, and our payroll accrual for the summer, including retirement, was $1,591,809. For the 9 months ended, revenue exceeded expenditures by $668,584 versus a planned surplus of $782,531, resulting in an unfavorable variance of $113,947. And the primary reason for that is building expenses. Our landlord hit us with some expenses. You know, we got 2 bills in the month of March that we weren't expecting. That is the reason for the variance.
Sullivan, any questions? Good. Just as an aside, I did review the school's 990 charter organization exempt from income taxes. And I spoke to Tom to make sure that the numbers reconcile with what our financial records are. And from what I could see, it looks like we were right on target financially. The 990 seems to be extremely complete. And it would reflect what our financial status is. So I'd like to thank Tom and Megan and everybody who worked with this, because as you can see, it's not one page. It's not 1040 easy. This is a very complicated document that requires a lot of work. And I appreciate you guys have put in so you've done an excellent job. Thank you.
And that's due May 15th, so we're just going to have time.
It's done well in advance. Yes. Got to work. Okay. Tonight, under new business, we have two resolutions. First resolution of the Board of Trustees of Philadelphia Charter School to update our enrollment and special education board policies. A little background on this. We did our special ed evaluation. One of our recommendations has been to move certain things around in our documentation in terms of how we have enrollment, things of enrollment, special ed board policies, etc. We have all the policies in place prior to all this, so it wasn't like we were deficient. It's not deficient. The corrections were only moving certain sections of the documentation from one area to another area. It had nothing to do with deficiency. It actually had to do with simply where it was reported. And Megan fortunately addressed that immediately. And, this is what this resolution will basically do. It's simply approval to upgrade our enrollment and special education policies. I'll make the motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Jackie, Kathy did second. She used to be in special ed, so sorry.
I'm good.
Any questions? All in favor? Opposed? Motion passes. Second resolution, resolution of the Board of Trustees of Philadelphia Catholic Charter School to approve a new salary structure for all employees. This new salary structure will include a salary adjustment for the 24-25 school year not to exceed $5,000 per employee. Once again, I've reviewed it. I've asked Tom, who's worked very hard at it, and Megan has worked very hard at restructuring this. It took a lot of work, but what we were concerned about was properly reimbursing our teachers for the hard work that they do and all the things that are necessary. But we did have discrepancies in terms of who was getting paid and how they got paid, and depending upon when they were hired, what the needs were, and it was all over the place. So what Tom and Megan basically did was they restructured a salary scale, which was beneficial to all the teachers. However, it did give us an opportunity to catch up some of the teachers, so that some teachers were getting bigger increases and others were getting lower increases, percentage-wise. But they were all full in line with the new scale, and everybody gets something, so everybody's going to be in good shape at the end of this process. It also, the schedule will now make it consistent across the board, so that if we hire new teachers, we have a way of bringing them in. We will bring them in at certain levels based upon their experience, certification, and the things that they've done in terms of how they get hired, the number of years of credit they have. So it did two things. It took any surpluses we have that we could have given to the teachers, because this is a nonprofit organization. Our primary concern is education. Obviously, our first direction is always with the students. However, without the teachers, you don't have a school. Without the students, you don't have a school. So we can't just focus on one element of it. We had to go after both. And this is why we wanted to try to get the teachers on a better financial situation, given the climate and the economy and things along those lines. It isn't sufficient just to give a cost of living. So we actually rebuilt the entire schedule. And I hope that it fits the needs of everybody we can, and helps retain teachers and reward teachers for the hard work they do. It also addresses the non-instructional staff that work in every area of the school. So we tried to get some, whatever we could down to everybody to make them equitable in terms of salaries. So I would make a motion to accept the resolution. Do I have a second?
I'll second it, Steve.
Who's it? Beth? Okay, Beth is the second. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. I'm going to ask.
Volunteer.
I would ask for somebody to motion to adjourn, and let me guess, Ms. King. Do I have a second? I'll give it to Jackie, because we left her out tonight, so we got Jackie. Any questions? Concerns? Okay. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for the excellent school that we have, and the even more excellent school, if there's such a thing, in the future. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you for all your support, guys. We appreciate it.
Good night.
Have a good night.
All right.
Everybody.
Good job.
Nice.